Hello, Nee. Hi. Nee. Hello.
Hello.
You're not answering, that's why I keep on calling you. How are you?
Because I can't hear you.
I
I'm
can't
fine. How
hear
about
me.
you?
I'm good, Nee. I'm good. Thank you for asking. All right. So, what did you do today? I know you're just staying at home, but I want to check if you are becoming productive and not gossiping.
Well, I'm just stay at home.
Okay, just stay at home. And then, did you play with your brother today like you promised yesterday? Okay,
Yes.
that's good. That's great. Okay. So today we will be introducing or welcome to our new topic, which is 12C, the English file quiz. Ooh, this sounds interesting. Okay, so let's talk more about
Yes.
this. Okay. So, how many quiz questions do you have in your memory? Do you know?
Mm,
Any questions, quiz questions, any subjects would do.
mm, there are 11 subjects.
Mm-hmm. 11, okay. So can you give me one quiz questions that you remember?
Who painted Mr. and Mrs. Clark and Percy?
Oh, wow, that's a very nice one. Okay, great, great, great. Um, so I think for me, when I was still young, this is the very, very difficult question that most of my classmates are having a hard time to answer. And sometimes they are in our quiz, spelling quizzes. Spell Mississippi, you know? So
Yes.
I think that's very difficult. So my teacher created a tactic, or she said MISSIPPP, something like that. MISSIPPI. That's Mississippi. That's what she said. So she add a tone so that we could remember how do we spell Mississippi. Okay. All right. The reason why I'm asking is because we will talk more about quizzes tonight. So look at 1 and 2 in the quiz. Okay? Let's answer the following questions.
Okay.
How is question 1 different from question 2?
Mm, different. Mm, different one. Different one is ask about people and the question two ask about things.
Okay, all right, all right. Okay, that's correct. And I think Mr. and Mrs. Clark Percy are husband and wife, while Caroline Day Burden, this is about something that precious for her, right? The future, the fortune.
Yes.
Okay, or like an opportunity. Okay, question 2. What is the subject of the verb in question 1?
Mm, the subject of the verb in question one is mm,
The verb is painted. What is the subject of that verb? Painted what?
painting. Mm,
Mr.
Mr. and Mrs. Clark and Percy.
Yes, that's correct. Okay. Question 3. What is the subject of the verb in question 2?
Mm, Caroline the Benton.
Oh, really? Or is it fortune? I think it's fortune, right? Lost what?
Fortune.
Yeah, lost what? A fortune, right? Okay, so
Yes.
the subject of the verb in question 2 is fortune. Our verb is lose or loss, okay? All
Okay.
right. Question 4. Which other questions in the quiz are similar grammatically to question 1?
Mm, the question similar to question one is who plays Dr. House in the series How MD?
Mhm.
Who wrote the short story Girl or who invented dishwasher, a man or woman?
Okay, a man or a woman. Okay. And what do you think about number 9? Do you think it's also related to question 1? This is talking about also a couple, right?
No.
Similar. Oh, grammatically. Yes, grammatically. Okay. All right. So they're talking about, so we should be asking about who. Okay. All right. Very good, Nee. Good observation. Okay. So now let's continue. Okay?
Okay.
Let's read the following 15 quiz question in English. Number 1.
Number one. Who painted Mr. and Mrs. Clark and Percy?
Mhm.
Mm, Question two. How did Caroline the Benton lose a fortune?
Okay.
Number three. Which airport in Asia has a pet hotel?
Mhm.
Number four. What does Toy Boy mean? Number five. Whose wedding dress did Linda Savage design? Six. What vitamin does sunlight produce?
Mhm.
Seven. Who plays Doctor House in the series House MD?
Okay.
8. What did Captain Edward Murphy give his name to?
All right.
How many natural disasters did Mr. and Mrs. Swanstrom experience on their Brown the World Street
Okay.
trip?
Uh-huh.
10. Who wrote the short story Girl? Which singers make reggae popular all over the world?
Mhm.
Who invented the dishwasher, a man or woman? Who never arrived at school on time when he was a child?
Mhm.
Who shouted, "You cannot be serious" at a tennis umpire at Wimbledon? What is Kelly Hildebrand's husband called?
Okay, wow, very good. You were able to pronounce almost all the words correctly. So perfect for that. All right, so here, why don't we go ahead and move to our second part, writing and speaking. So I want you to make your own quiz. Write 2 questions with or without auxiliaries of each category. Okay? So ask your questions in about history. 2 questions about history.
Mm, 2 questions about history
Yes.
is um
Mm-hmm. Any history questions that you know? History of Vietnam. You can ask those questions.
history of Vietnam is um
Mm-hmm.
um I can um
So we can talk about who was the first prime minister in Vietnam. How many cities are there in Vietnam? Or um, what happened in Saigon during the World War II, right? That's history, right? What is the name
Okay.
of Saigon nowadays? Do you know Saigon?
Yes, I know.
Oh, see, those are history questions. Okay, music questions.
Um, Mrs. Question. It is who is the um
Mm-hmm.
um who is the who is the who is um, who sang the song Happy New Year?
Who sang the song Happy New Year? Okay, that's good. I think you cannot think of any question now. So I'll give you another example about music. Do you know Lady Gaga or Shakira? Do you know them? Yeah, you can
Yes,
ask
I
about
know.
there. Um, how many platinum albums did Shakira receive for his song Waka Waka or Waka Waka, right? So, or you can ask, what is the latest song of Jennifer Lopez? Like that. So these are some famous people in the music industry, okay?
Okay.
Who invented uni, huh? Okay, now, okay, so give me a good question in science for quiz. I know you can do this.
Um, um, Also, I think why the sky is blue,
Yeah, like the
how
song.
how many planets how many many planets in um or how many planets in the sun?
Okay. You mean to say how near the sun? How many planets are there near the sun, or what are the planets near the sun, right? Okay,
Yes.
so yeah, that one is possible. That's a good one. Okay, now let's talk about arts.
The art. Um, no, I think. Who is Picasso? And which is the most famous picture of Leonardo da Vinci?
Yeah, we're thinking the same. I was about to say, good one. Okay, the last one. Let's talk about cinema.
The cinema. Um, about the cinema. What is the rule of the cinema when we must do when we watching film?
I see. So, what is the best cinema that we can go in order to watch when we want to watch a film? Where? In Vietnam? Ah, okay, all right. Or you can say also another question like, who is the most famous artist or actress in Vietnam nowadays, right? So there, or actress or
Yes.
actors in Vietnam. Okay, thank you. So now let's continue. Let's move to another exercise. Oh, I think we are almost done already. Wow, that was so quick. So what did we learn tonight, Ni? About English file quiz. Is it really easy to make a quiz?
No, I think it's not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy. I think so also because it is mind or brain draining when you create a quiz, right? So there. So I think
Yeah.
with the use of the modern technology nowadays, we can create a lot of questions for the each category I have given to you already. So there, you are very lucky because you are a millennial. You know millennial? Do you know millennial?
No.
Ah, okay. So when we talk about millennial, it means that um, these are children born in early 90s or late 90s and early 20s, like 2001, 2002, something like that. Be, yeah, that is what we
Okay.
mean by millennials. I was saying that you are lucky because millennials, millennials like you have Google, right? You have smartphone. You have internet. I think you can ask all the questions in your mind with Google, right? And find the
Yes.
answers there. Very easy access, right? So there. Um, how many times do you go to the library?
I go to the I will go to the library once a week.
Oh, once a week only. So let me share to you. Since you are a millennial and I'm not, so during our time, we don't have internet connections, right? We don't have smartphone. We don't have uh, the desktops before are very expensive. So most of the childrens are relying on books that they can find in the library in order to ask or answer file quiz or questions. So there. Okay. All right. So tonight, why don't we go ahead and start with our monthly test? Is that okay with you?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay. So grab a paper and pen. So just in case you want to write something, we can you can tell me, okay?
Okay.
All right. So tonight we are going to do revise and check on lessons 11 and 12. Let's talk about grammar. We choose the best answer that would fit in the blank.
The goal went into the home and everybody cheered.
Okay, that's correct. How about number 2?
The door opened and two men came out.
The door opened and the two men came out. Okay. Number 3.
Your towels on the floor. Pick it up.
Okay, your towels on the floor. Pick it up. Next one.
I've lost my key. Can you help me look for them?
Okay, all right. Look for them.
I love traveling. So do I.
I love traveling, so do I. Okay, next.
I can't do this exercise. Mm, Neither can I.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about how about number 6?
I can't do this exercise. Neither can I.
All right, number 7.
I went to the cinema last night. Mm, so, so did I. What did you see?
All right, so did I. Okay, number 8.
I was too late, and when I got to the station, the rain had left.
The rain had left. Okay. Number 9 now.
When we got to the airport, we remember that we when we got to the airport, we remember that um, we hadn't closed all the window in our house.
Okay. All right. Number 10.
Lisa told me that she wanted to marry Nigel.
Okay. All right. Next one.
Kevin said he would be back in 10 minutes.
Okay. Number 12.
My grand, my grandfather my grandfather told us that he had worked in a factory when he was young.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next one. 13.
Mm, who lived in the house next door.
All right. Who lives in the house next door? And number 14.
Where did you buy that dress?
All right. Where did you buy that dress? And the last one.
How many people want to go on the excursion?
Want to go on that excursion. Okay. Very good. All right. So, do you have any questions on that?
No.
All right. Okay. So for now, we're gonna stop here, and we are going to continue our our lessons or this summative test on tomorrow. Okay. All
Okay.
right. So do you have any questions, Nee?
No.
All right. So if you don't have, then I'll say goodbye for now, and I thank you for attending my class. Goodbye.
Goodbye and good night.